restoration slash toy review type thing here with yours truly, the cheesy toy reviewer. Hope you're having a blessed day. You may notice a couple things here. There's a towel here. And that's because, well, yours truly had himself a bit of an accident. I was setting up for this where I spilled water all over the place. And B, you may notice some bips and bobbits, and as you can see, my little workshop slash studio. See, there's some of the water right there. That's from the spill. Let me move this over a little bit here. I'm expanding here. Anyways, oh, thank you, Trinity. Thank you, I appreciate that. I've expanded, and I'm trying new things here, so I'm learning as I go here, and hopefully you're going to enjoy learning with me and watching my failures and successes. But today I'm going to focus on getting rid of chrome off toys. Now you may notice when you buy toys sometimes, you'll see they're chromed out on the bottom, on the side here, and we're going to take it right there. Look at that. Big bag of Hot Wheels. And we're going to call these my subjects, if you will. Pick these up. Ooh, that one's nice and chromy. Look at that. Nice and chromy right there. That's going to be victim number 1. I need at least 4 here. Nope, look at that, victim number 2. And let's see, what else we have here? Wait, did I just throw one away? Let's see. Nope, that's white thing. Just trying to find some bases with chrome, because the whole point of this video is to show you how to remove chrome off plastic toys. Here's it, right there. Little Dodge. Look at this. Right there. Look at that. Nice and chromy. And I'm also going to subject some of my toys that I wasn't able to sell on eBay to some torture. One may argue it's a bit cruel if you're a toy sympathizer. But ones I don't sell on eBay usually make my chopping board. And they're basically forced to be subject to my experimentation, if you will. So I'm trying to pick ones that aren't like nicer, because I do want to try to sell some of these. So I'm just trying to find some random ones. Here we go. Look at this. Is that chrome? Yeah, that's chrome right there. Right there. Nice and chromy. All right, so I found 4 victims. I'm ready to go. So, let me fix that camera. After reading online on how to remove chrome, I was on a forum told to pick up this. Super clean. Dissolves grease super fast. And let me tell you, this stuff does a lot more than that. After watching some YouTube videos, if the statements and the videos weren't documented, which I highly doubt they are docked up, if you will, this stuff will remove chrome super duper fast. And we're going to show some examples here with the Hot Wheels, and I'm going to need a couple things first of all. So what I did was, right here, I filled up a nice little soapy tub of hot soapy water right there. And then I got a little tub of cold water here. See, that's just your typical cold water. Just like that. And then we're going to use this tub right here, this empty one, for the stuff. But before I do, I'm going to do that part last. Primarily because I'm not sure how toxic it will be to the air I'm breathing in. So if I could try to, as a precaution, I'll put that in last, because the first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the bottom, because you could do this a couple ways. We're going to try a couple different things here. First thing we're going to do is remove the bottom of this Hot Wheel, so we can separate the body from the bottom of the car. And then we're just going to try to get rid of that plastic right there. And then for shits and giggles, we're going to just dunk a whole body into, what's this stuff called again? Super Clean. I'm just going to drop it in there, see what happens. See if it does anything to the rest of the paint job. Who knows, maybe the removing of the bottom isn't necessary at all. I don't know. Never done this before. Then I'm going to try using the Super Clean and just brushing some of it off. I'm going to take a little paintbrush like that. Get rid of that paint right there. See if I get rid of the chrome with the paintbrush, just to see how well it would work. So like in case you're working on a toy, but you don't want to remove all the chrome. Let's say there's an area that, you know, that is worse for wear. But there might be an area that's nice and you don't want to get rid of all the chrome. I want to see if it's possible to just remove part of the chrome. All right, so the first things I'm going to do is I'm going to put on a pair of gloves. Pair of gloves here. All right. That glove got wet, so I'm going to get a dry glove. If I could find one. I mean, I spilled a whole tub of water all over my whole little setup here. So I had to get some towels and dry things off. And unfortunately, water spilled all over my gloves. I'm trying to get a pair to slap on there real quick here. About when you get rubber gloves like that and they get wet, they tend to be a little tricky to get on, just like easy peasy. Okay. All right, so I think I almost got one here. We're good to go. We're just gonna stick with this because I don't like wasting things. All right. So I've got my surgery tools on, if you will, and you can do this a couple ways. You can remove the bottom of this Hot Wheel a couple different ways. One, you can use a soldering iron and just kind of push it all the way down until you melt the metal, and it'll just pop right off. And honestly, that's probably, if you're careful about these things. See, I don't really care about these things, what happens to them afterwards. I don't make my money off these things. So but if you do, the best way to go is probably with a soldering iron. Just seems to make more logical sense. However, if you don't, you may notice this over here. A little set of drill bits here. You can drill the heck out of these things. It'll come off. And I found a drill bit that seems to be fairly successful. And I'll try not to be too noisy when I'm doing this, but it's going to be a little noisy, and I'm only going to do one, so hopefully it's not too bad. So you're going to hold the car down properly like this. And of course, like when you're doing anything when it comes to drilling, you're going to put a little pressure on there, and you're just going to give that a whirl like that. Now just to stop, you notice, look at that right there. You'll see it's starting to drill into the rivet. And you got little metal shavings. These right here, little metal shavings. You're just going to basically just drill down until you can pop it off. So let's go. All right, so I'm going to try to do this without doing any damage to the rivet hole on the bottom of the car. So I'm going to try this as safest as possible and just pop it off, but we'll see what happens. All right, so we're going to try to just pop this off as is, and we'll see if it happens. If not, I'm going to have to do a little more drilling. Let me go in here real quick, and let's see, is this a flathead? Yes, it is. Take my little flathead screwdriver, and we're just going to see if we can pop this right off. See if it's possible. There we go. All right, look at that. All right, that side popped off. We're going to do a little more drilling on this side. We're almost done now. So, almost done. Let's see if that's enough. I'm trying to be a little less abrasive as possible. Okay, whatever. All right, so look at that. Broke it. Again, who cares? Don't care about these things. I probably should have drilled it in a little more, but as you can see right there, I did not go in deep enough. I suppose that might be a that's what she said moment, but whatever. Right. So, but I did get a nice piece of it off there. That's the most important thing here. That's what I just wanted. I just wanted a bottom piece just to show you here. So we're going to pop these wheels out, and this Hot Wheel car is going to make its way to the scrap heap. It served its purpose in life, but it's for a good cause, so don't feel too bad. And I'm going to take the metal shavings for now and just kind of, let's flip this over. Metal shavings gone. Ta-da! All right, so what we're going to do now is take this right here like that. Let's try to do this as carefully as possible. I'm going to pour. Okay, let's see. Look at that. Purple and soapy right there. Now, according to what I was told, that's got a bit of a smell to it. So I wouldn't want to breathe this stuff in on a regular basis, but I'm going to pour this in like this. As you see, it's kind of soapy right off the bat. Right there. Just pop that right in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a little chrome piece and drop it in. We're going to take it, the little metal wand here, are a pair of tongs. I picked these up at the Dollar Tree. And according to what I saw, after a minute or so of this chrome should just pop right off. Just fall off on its own. Where this chrome goes, I don't know. It's magic. It's magic. Let's see how it's looking here. Okay. All right, you're starting to see here. I don't know if you can see here, but look, you're starting to see it yellowing underneath there. So it looks like it's starting to work right off the bat. And it's best to wear gloves when you're working with any kind of harsh chemical cleaning products, just in general, whether you're cleaning your bathroom or you're doing goofy stuff like this. And thank you for the follow, by the way, Trinity Gamers. I appreciate that. Let's see. Oh, and look at that. Oh my goodness, does this stuff work fantastic or what? Look at that. That chrome is just about all off. Take that, stir it around a bit more. No! Help me! Load, they're killing me! And look at that. Okay, so I think we're just about done. Let's see if we'll check out this side. Okay. Alright then. Most of that chrome is just about off. And wow, this stuff is just fantastic. What can I say? This stuff is fantastic. And we're going to sacrifice one of my used, kind of played with G1 transformers and see how it works if I just dunk the whole plastic figure in. Let's see. All right, and then we're going to take it here, swish it around, just get this here. We're going to swish it around with a little bit of soap, like that. I don't know if you can get the water on camera here, but it's not that important, I don't think. Get a little rinse in the water. And look at that. Folks, this stuff is amazing. Look at that. It took every bit of chrome off that. Every bit of chrome. So this thing is ready to be painted again. You know, of course, you'd put a layer of black over it. Black, kind of like primer type paint. And then if you wanted to rechrome it, or if you wanted to paint it another color, you get yourself a little airbrush. This piece is ready to go. And I have to say, well, dropped it. I'm very, very impressed with the results of this. Did a really nice job. It did not disappoint. So, first test with chrome removal, a success. Okay, now let's say you don't have a drill handy, or a soldering iron, or if you have a toy that you're not sure how to take apart and put back together again, and you just want to see if this stuff will work without ruining the paint job of like said toy. And this is a metal. This is a metal Hot Wheel. Nice little truck here. It looks like what did you say? That's a Peterbilt type truck. You see, it's got chrome right there. The chrome is damaged. The scratches on the bottom here of the chrome. Surely this Hot Wheels seen better days. Look right there, you can see it's all kind of pitting a little bit. However, we're going to see what happens if we drop it in this Miracle Elixir. No, it's not a miracle elixir. It's just a chemical. There's just a cleaner where one chemical reacts to something else. However it works, though it works, at least apparently. Let's see if this messes with the paint. So we're going to push the soap back again. Push this over here. And we'll give it a few minutes here. Swish it around a little bit. Swish, 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 swish. Look at that. Nice, right? Alright, so we're just going to mix it up like we did with this piece. We're going to give it a little, a little time. It didn't take much either. I don't know what that get done in minutes. Let's see what happens when we swish a whole car. The whole car, paint job and all, is submerged in here. And let's see what happens when we mix it around here. So, as you can see, there's the chrome wheels. It doesn't seem to be working as well as this time. Hopefully you don't have to keep pouring in new stuff every time. That'd be a bit inconvenient. And I picked up that whole bottle for $8.49, something like that. $8.49. And while that's soaking, we're gonna let that soak for a few minutes. And I'm gonna look at what I wanted to try to do here as far as experimenting on just specifically working. Oh, look at that. I just blinked away from it a second. Look at that. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Chrome is almost gone right off the front. So before we do that, let's stick with this since it seems to be going fairly fast. And more importantly, look at the paint. Paint seems to be okay. Now, like the paint on the metal truck itself seems to be okay. And that's what I wanted to see. That's what I was kind of hoping to see. Because that would make life a lot easier. Make life a lot easier. So we're just going to keep pushing this around a little bit. Like that. And wow, this stuff is amazing. It's an amazing product. Of course, I'm sure its purpose was not meant to remove chrome from plastic toys or Hot Wheels or whatever. But it does do that. And I'm sure it probably works as an effective cleaner too. Okay, so look at that. Look at the bottom. All gone. All gone. Just about. So, okay, well, I want to try to keep that stuff as far away from my skin as possible. I'm not sure what it will do to the plastic was. So I just gave myself a quick little wash, and that's why I got the tongs in the first place. I want to get all this chrome off. I mean, if you're going to do it right. But it seems to be moving it pretty fast. go. Like this. And I think, is that it? Please be done. Oh, then we got some a little stubborn piece here. Some little stubborn areas. So, yeah. Oh, right there. That area is being a tad bit stubborn. See right there? Little chrome spots right there. But, and right there in the front. But as you can see, this effectively removed all this chrome off. Just about. And if you remember, this was chromed out completely on the bottom. And man, just amazing stuff. Okay, so we're just gonna, I think you see that if I kept at it for a while, you'd get rid of it. But what I wanted to see more importantly was if it would do anything to the paint job itself. And it didn't. Look at that, the paint is still intact. I don't know if it would have a long-term side effect, but if I was trying to specifically work on a toy, I would, of course, make sure I gave this a good bath afterwards to make sure any residue of the super clean is gone. And perfectly fine. Nice. Nice. I'm super, super impressed with this stuff. Okay, so first two tests, I have to say, were fairly successful. Fairly successful. First test, got rid of, I removed the bottom of the Hot Wheel car and just threw it in there, dropped it in there, and it got rid of the chrome, lickety split. It was gone. Second test, to see how it would affect the metal of the toy itself. Didn't affect it at all, apparently, at least from first glance. Not seeing anything that would indicate that this is damaged. And this is, again, I think it's ready for a paint job. It's ready to go to give it. So like, if you wanted to like repaint this, and instead of having it being chromed, you could make this blue, pink, purple, silver, chrome again, whatever. If you wanted to give it a whole new chrome job, you could. Of course, you'd have to cover this area up. But the point is, this stuff, I have to say, is pretty amazing. Now, this may take a few minutes longer for the third test. I wanted to see specifically for myself, because this may come in use of future projects. Oh, actually, before we did that, let's see what this stuff does to plastic. So, let's get, who am I gonna sacrifice here? We have our choices. We have Mixmaster, and I believe that's either Bone Crusher or Scrapper. One of the Constructicons. And they're in playable condition. I couldn't sell these, so at this point, as far as I'm concerned, they're fair game. They're fair game for what I may need to accomplish here. So we're just going to try one right there. I think what I may do, though, is we'll do this one here. Let me get that pre-rub sticker off. I like those pre-rub stickers, and it may come in handy at a future point. So, all right, so first off, let's do this. I'm running low on my Ronson, but this stuff is amazing, as I've said many times over, for getting rid of any kind of stickers, so on and so forth. And we're just gonna pour a little on here. We're gonna get rid of this. So I don't want to be too rough with it, because I would like to try to reuse the sticker at some point. I may be unsuccessful here. I'll get the sticker off, though. Let's see. Putting that, clean it off. And I can always just re-glue that on. See right there. Pre-rub sticker. I could re-glue that on, and it didn't seem to affect the coloration here. If I stick it in real close, maybe you'll see it. No, maybe, maybe not. Now you can't. Oh, you can barely see the Decepticon signal on the camera, but whatever. So we're gonna remove that Prude Up sticker. We're gonna see if this Ready Clean. We'll get rid of this chrome here. See, this is a complete chrome piece. The leggings over here. This is, of course, electroplated chrome over plastic. Like that. And we're going to see if this stuff will have any damage on plastic. Please don't. Load. I don't want to go in there. Well, I'm sorry, man. It's your turn. You've been called to duty. And you're going to take one for the team. I don't want. Yeah, okay, you're going in. We're going to throw that right in there. Okay, so, all right, and that's perfect. We got that little hook there, right there. So we're just going to go like that, swish it around a little bit. And we're going to see what it does to the plastic itself. And if it doesn't affect the plastic, that would be very handy for me, per se. That means I could stick whole pieces in and not have to worry about unscrewing the little screws. And as long as I get it dry in time and all that stuff, I think it could come in very handy as far as if I just want to, tape it up and give it a fresh paint job. Because I'm looking at airbrushes, and I plan on doing some airbrushing work soon. Oh my goodness! And look at this. This stuff is. Look at those legs. All right. Wait, let's see if I do. I don't know if it all came off, but let's see if I can pull this up here. Of course, I'd remove those stickers first. But look at that. Coming right off the plastic legs. So we're going to keep at it. Keep on keeping on, as they say. And we'll see if it gets rid of the chrome on the side with the little wheels right there. Now, I did do a video where I did some touch-up stuff with my chrome pens. So it may not get that off. I don't know. It may not get the marker off, but what I want to see is if it'll get the electroplated chrome off, and that's the most important thing here, which is primarily, as you can see, his legs. And look at that. Let's see if I can pull this up here. Look at that. Remember, that was all chromed up. All chromed up. The only thing left there is the stickers. It doesn't look like it will get rid of the chrome markering. I'll let that hang there for a few more minutes just to see. Just for shits and giggles. Sorry for the language. And, okay, so while we're going to see if I let it soak in there a little longer, if it'll get rid of actually the chrome paint markers that I used. I have a sneaky suspicion that that's going to be a no bueno. However, though, look at that. Did not affect the toy at all. Toy's in nice shape. And this bad boy's ready to go. So it looks like it's safe to use on plastic too as well. I'm so ashamed. You'll be okay. Suck it up, Buttercup. So far, 3 tests in, and I would have to say they've all been fairly successful. Again, got rid of the chrome off the bottom of this Hot Wheel car completely. Just dropped it in here. It's Ready Clean. It's gone in seconds. Then I wanted to test to see if the Ready Clean would affect the paint on a metal toy. So I dropped this whole Hot Wheel car in here. And as you see, it got rid of all the chrome. Hot Wheel paint. Still nice and intact. And I just sacrificed a Constructicon. And as you see, got rid of all the chrome off his legs right there, back there. And I just get the sneaky suspicion it's not going to get rid. Oh, okay, look at it starting to work a little bit. Starting to get rid of that chrome paint a little bit. So we'll let that soak a little longer. But yeah, it did not hurt the toy at all. And that was the most important thing, what I was trying to see. So I'll let that stay soaked a little bit longer. Give myself a little rinse in the hot, warm water. Why not? So I'm going to move this back over here real quick. And now, should I use cotton swab or should I use... I will try with the paintbrush first. This may take a few minutes because I'm literally going to be painting over the area I want the chrome to go away. So we'll pick half. So we'll say like have here. So we're going to try to get rid of all the chrome on this side just by almost painting it on and see how it works. And if this works, this would be absolutely fantastic. This would come in very handy in future projects. And I have to say, as far as the toxic levels, the rust remover was a lot worse. You can smell it, certainly, a little bit, but it's not that bad. It's really not that bad. So here we go. We're going to paint this over the chrome, and we're going to see if the chrome just, I would have to assume will eventually just fade away if this is going to work. So we're going to keep on doing this. We'll start in this little area here. And you want to be careful, as I just learned, I got a little splatter close to my eye. You do not want to get this stuff in your eye. Something tells me this is stuff you don't want in your eye. May cost you a trip to the ER. So I'm going to be a little less rushing on this and do it slowly so I get less splatter. But I think, in theory, it should work, right? If you do it this way. Okay, so I'm starting to see some progress here. I know it's hard to see here, but I'm starting to see some, looks like a base, the base of the bottom here, and this little corner area here, but we'll see what happens if I keep going. We'll try it with the paintbrush, see how long that takes, and if it works at all. I don't know, maybe it has to be submerged. Oh no, I think we're starting to see some of the chrome fade away here. Let's see, I'll take a look here. So look at that. Okay, so it is working. Look at that. It's just taking a little longer, and that's okay. So this would be perfect. So if you just want to, let's say, work on a specific area on a toy that you're trying to get restored, and you just want to get rid of chrome in a certain spot, this stuff should work pretty good. You may hear the TV in the background. If you do, I apologize. But you're just gonna keep pushing it out like this. And I may try a Q-tip on the rest after this to see which works better. But we'll find out. And it does look like I said it's working, but it's just a bit slower because we're literally painting this stuff on. Okay. So let's see. This is taking. It's going to take its time. Okay, so this, I think this will work, but I want to at least. I want to see if we can get it to look like those other toys. Let's dip it in the water real quick. Okay. All right. This is working. All right, we're gonna switch tactics here. Let me get. Let's try the cotton swabs. Let's grab some cotton swabs. These things are always super handy. Let's see what happens if we do it with the cotton swabs. So far, the first three tests were very, the first four, I should say, were pretty successful. Anyway, three. So this will be the fourth one. This seems to be very much less effective. It looks like this is a much more effective process. As you see, I'm going back to the paintbrush here. If you just drop it in. Let's see what happens. Okay, so I'm still seeing some traces of the marker, chrome marker there on the right wheel, but left side, chrome work is gone. We're gonna let that soak a little longer, see if we'll get rid of all of it. If it does, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. So. All right. So this may be a process that's going to take a few minutes. I'm going to see if I can get this bottom piece here done just by painting it. Now I can sit here and do this by myself without, no issue. If it does wind up working. But I'm not going to do a whole video with this. Doing this for, 30 minutes. No one wants to see that. And I think, okay, so sadly, all right, so as you see, it kind of works, but not very successfully. Not as much as if I just did this. And we'll see in a second. I kind of like this car, so I don't think I'm going to drop this in here. Kind of neat looking. We'll let that one live. So, all right, so we got our plastic Constructicon brewing in here. Okay, and it also gets rid of, well, that's a nice little, look at that, it also gets rid of the stickers. The coloring of the stickers. Well, it looks like it's just on chrome that is effective. But okay, here we go. Let's see. Take a look here. I feel like almost like I'm cooking lobster here. See? All right, and the wheels. We're gonna take our Constructicon, rinse them off a little bit in here, like that. And some cold water. And he should be good to go. Safe to handle, all that jazz. So the chrome is completely gone off this plastic Constructicon. And that is a good sign. That means I can feel confident in dropping in my plastic toys and this stuff. It'll be relatively safe. So, look at that. Nice job. Of course, I dry this thoroughly and all that jazz, but I'm not going to do that at the moment, so we're going to put him right there. And let's take a look. All right, so this stuff, wow, this car is being stubborn. I wonder if after so many applications. Okay, it's got like a metal base color underneath, and I'm sure that, okay, so it's starting to work better. As you see when I put it in here, the chrome is starting to strip away on the other side now. So we're going to let that soak for a few more minutes. See how that works out. But wasn't completely successful. Wasn't able to really paint it off with a paintbrush or a Q-tip. It kind of worked a little bit, but when you just drop it in, see, got that clean lickety split. And I'm thinking maybe the more you use it, the less effective it becomes, possibly. I don't know. We'll see. But this, I dropped the whole metal toy in. Paint job on this is fine. And then finally, the big, I guess you could say, risk. Although this toy is like a experimental toy now, just to whatever. I'll probably want to try to take it apart at some point. But yes, it got rid of the chrome off the plastic that was electroplated on. Fairly simple. All right, why are you being stubborn, Mr. Armored Car? Why are you being stubborn? I wonder if this is this metal? Is metal underneath here? Let's see. No, it's not. Anyways, I'm thinking possibly because of the overall use of it, maybe it becomes less effective as you go. So, could be it, could not be it. But we're going to let that soak for a few minutes. We're going to try something else here I was looking at. And this is going to apply more to polishing chrome plastic. And for now, we're just going to put this up on the side over here. It's very effective stuff. I'd have to say overall, somewhat successful. Not as successful as I would like to have been, but I'm happy overall with the results. Let's okay, so we're gonna take this from here. Let's put this here. Let's see, put rigid blade. Let's see if I can do this here. I find the best way to dispose of gloves is you can actually take your material that you use and kind of just like pull it in over, so it's almost like you got yourself a neat little throwaway. It's covered up. You're good to go. So, I just clean off the hands a little bit. So the next thing I wanted to look at is, I know there's probably been some, let's remove that because that's kind of gross looking, right? A little bit gross looking. I'm sure there's been times, if you're watching this, where you may have seen some chrome and it's, while it looks nice, there may be some pesky little scratches, so on and so forth. So I'm going to show you some neat little things here that can hopefully get rid of scratches in the chrome. We'll see how well it works. Now, I read this online. I keep take that for what it's worth. But so I'm trying to find an example where I have like some scratched chrome where I can show this to you. And also I'll show you how to polish up steel. It's just something as simple as a steel wool pad. Trying to find something super chromy. Okay. Alright, so this may work. I think this little guy may do the trick. Alright, so you got this little guy here, and if you can see the bottom here, it's a little scratches and so on and so forth in that chrome, so we're going to try that. And we're also going to take this, and this isn't really chromed on, at least as far as I can tell. I could be wrong. We're going to take that and we're just trying to polish it up with a steel wool pad. Let me get another pair of gloves. This won't take too long, hopefully. I just feel like I'm a doctor when I do this. You're going to want to use, like, son of a biscuit. You're going to want to use some plastic gloves when you're using the steel wool pads, because those little micro fibers of steel wool will get into your skin, and I don't know if it will infect it, but it will certainly be irritable, and I've learned that firsthand while I was cleaning up some train tracks from the old pre-war Lionel set. So I'm hoping for is, I'm not going to use gloves on both hands, I don't think, this time around. Just so we're going to take, this is the finest, I believe this is the finest one I have. I mean, primarily because, hold on one second. Please bear with me here. Do something here. Trying to clean up after myself here. Got the floor a little wet. And I like having a clean area to work with. I don't know, it's just grossing me out on my feet. So this is, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. See, the package didn't really define it. Just said it was in there. This is 0.0000 steel wool. And this works great on stuff like this because you could just, let's see, I'm about camera movement there, but actually kind of worked out. A little elbow grease. It's starting to polish up a little more. Let's give it a quick little rub. And this stuff won't really scratch the surface. At least not to the point where it's noticeable on this type of surface, from what I've seen. Now, the question is, will this work on chrome? I don't know. A little wary on whether I try this on chrome. Supposedly you can use it on chrome though. So, I don't know. I did buy something that we're going to try. As you see though, look at that. Look how much nicer that's starting to already look. Seeing much more of a bit of a shine to it. And if you keep going at this, you know, with determination, you'll eventually get to the point where all the grime and stuff. Let's see if I can get a piece that's really nice and shiny for you. Let's see what I'm going to focus on here. Let's see this. Look at that. See the nice shine to it now. And the more you go at this, the better it's going to come out. So, whatever. I'm going to dip this in water. Who cares if it rusts over? These things will be sold by the pound when all said and done. And so now, I don't know how well this is going to work. I've never done this before. I can't promise you great results here, but we're certainly going to try. Oh yeah, well, we're at it. Let's see. Check this guy. Okay, so this finally did work, and you'll notice it. I know it's not gonna look like it right off the bat, I think, but underneath is a metal colored base, and doesn't come off well here. Maybe. No, it didn't work too well this time around. That's odd. Did not work nearly as well this time. Maybe because after using it so much, that's something I contribute up to. Because, I mean, as you saw, it did work very well on the other vehicles. The only thing I can think of is that maybe it was just, you know, it needs a refreshing. Possibly. Alright, so, I know it's a little messy here. I'm almost done though. Stop that. Can you stop moving? Obnoxious and annoying. Let's see if I can get this tightened up here. There we go. That should do the trick. Alright, so now we're going to take a microfiber cloth. And from what I read, you're going to take the microfiber cloth and take a little soapy water. First and foremost, give it a good cleaning with the microfiber cloth here. And we'll take a look and see how it looks afterwards. After you do that, you're going to take the end here, give it a quick rinse. And then you're going to dry it off. I don't know how well this will work. I'm hoping this works very well because I have a specific toy. I'm trying to work some scratches out on the chrome. And this only works for light scratches too. You know, it's important to note that. According to the thread I read, if it works at all. So now, see how we got nice and clean now. And but you can see little scratches there. Right there. Shining up to the light. It's quite noticeable. We're going to take a little Brasso and see how well this works. This stuff, if it does work, it will be a miracle worker. This stuff only cost, I don't know, a few bucks at Walmart. So according to this, if I just take a dab a brasso like that. Don't need much. Right there. There's two ways to do this. One with the polished cloth or the microfiber cloth. And that's what I'm hoping I could just use on the minor scratches here. And you're gonna. No, I'm not liking what I see. Look at that. Mixed results. Bit of mixed results. As you can see, it took the chrome right off that. Just right off it. Ripped it off. I don't know. No, this isn't going to work for me. This may work on metal, chrome over metal. I don't think this is going to work on electroplated chrome on plastic. I don't think that's going to happen. And the piece I have is quite valuable. And I'm certainly not going to risk damaging it by doing that. What I'm going to probably do is, and I'm not ready, and I keep saying the piece because I'm not ready to say what it is just yet, because I don't need people like sending me death threats, because it's a valuable toy. Not that I literally get death threats, but let me see what happens if I throw this in here, just for shits and giggles. It's an expensive piece. So what I'm probably going to wind up doing is just getting it microplated or remicroplated. And I believe there's companies out there that will do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to take the chrome pieces off, and then follow through and then have them re-electroplate the chrome. Okay, so I wonder if it's just based off the type of plastic, but if you look like right there, so I wanted to show you guys here. See if it was fading away. So that's weird how it worked on that one, but on all the other ones, but whatever. It is what it is. I think what I may try is just using a fiber cloth, the microfiber cloth, and just polishing the scratches away with the cloth itself. It's a soft cloth, and that shouldn't damage anything. It shouldn't damage anything. But as you saw when I tried cleaning out the scratches off this, and as you can see, this stuff, it worked again. I think it might be because it might be the base coloring underneath. It might be screwing with it. I don't know. Whatever the case may be. But the other toy didn't work too well. But as you see, it's working well on this one. Dip it in here. Dip it in here. So it's nice and clean. And safe to handle again. So this expensive toy, and when I'm ready to announce it, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, I understand. I'm gonna probably just get the whole thing just re-electroplated. Bite the nickel, as they say, and pay the whatever. But overall, I think it was a pretty successful trial and error here. I was able to remove chrome off a plastic toy, metal toy, without damaging the plastic or the metal itself. And I was also, and that was the most important thing. And I showed you how, I guess kind of a crude way to pull off the bottom of a Hot Wheel. I certainly wouldn't recommend doing it my way. I just didn't really have any attachment to them or any need to care about them. So I just kind of crudely ripped them off. But I hope you found this informative. I enjoyed making it, and I enjoyed learning of this wondrous product. Again, let's see if I can. Right there. Super clean. Super clean. It's near the automotive area. $8, and as you can see, it performs wonders when it comes to certain tasks. And I think that's about going to do it for me, though. I think it's going to do it for me on this episode. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I hope you learned a little bit, and I know I did. As you saw, this was a failure. Here, painting it. That was a no bueno. Did not work. But overall, happy with the results. And also, we also learned that using a microfiber cloth with Brasso on a plastic toy is probably not a great idea. Probably not a great idea. May run a few more experiments on that, but we'll see how that works out. But I think we're ready to call it a day. I appreciate anyone who takes the time to watch this. If you like what you see, hit that like and subscribe. Or if you're watching this on Twitch, hit the follow. If not, that's okay. I appreciate you guys just taking the time to check me out. So, on that note, I wish you all a blessed night. Take care of yourselves and have a happy holidays. Enjoy yourselves. All right, take care.